Middle school was interesting for me. My parents split up, and then I was the only guy in the house, so I always felt like unwanted, you know? And so when I would get to school, I would try to be, you know, wanted by a lot of people. I would just always remember, I would crave attention. I would crave to be the guy that everybody liked. I would crave to be the funny guy, the smart guy, you know, this and that. Whatever would make me more accepted. I was really looking for it in all the wrong places, like in the girls, in the drinking, and this and that. A whole bunch of different things that I shouldn't have been that I shouldn't have been getting into, and I did them to be popular, to be accepted. At school, I was a popular guy. Everybody liked me. I was always smiling, always laughing. You know, I had a girlfriend. I had the friends. I was on the sports teams. I was winning things like best smile, best personality. The little things that were so childish, but that were so cherished to me. You know, I cared so much about them, and I held them so high in my life. I was worshiping these things. I was really trying to dedicate my whole life to finding these things and to getting these things. I was trying to be the one to receive all this praise, you know? I was trying to be the one that was the glorious one. I was trying to be the one that, you know, people looked up to, and I wanted it all for myself. I was trying to be the best at everything that I could be, you know, for the purpose of people looking at me with adoration. And that was what I was worshiping. All these things that I tried to get into, like, you know, the popularity, it was just so empty. I was trying to fill this void I had with these things, but that form of worship was not working out for me. It actually led into me cutting myself to kind of get rid of the pain that I would feel at home. I would get home and I would just hate everything about, you know, my life. I'd hate the situation we were in financially. I would hate the fact that I was the only guy. I felt so left out. My 9th grade to 10th grade year, that's when a bunch of things changed for me. Starting my walk with God, and it's so hard because to keep walking with God at this point, I would have to lose everything that I had worked my way up to. And it's sad to say, but those friends that I was so near and dear to, once I found God, they left. They hit the door. I had lost these friends, you know, that I had cherished so dearly, this popularity that I had built up so much. You know, it was tough, you know, at that time to let that go. I know that God wants to use everything that I am for His glory. I see my opportunity that I have at my school and at my job to shine God's light. My biggest way of reaching out to people, you know, is talking about the things that they want to talk about, is, you know, sitting at their table and being, you know, I went out for them. You know, if someone's on the football team, you know, talk about the game that was on last night. Breaking down their walls so that you can really speak to them about, you know, what God has done in your life. Before I knew it, I was getting these things back. You know, I wasn't going to the parties. I wasn't, you know, the captain of the football team. I wasn't A, B, and C, but people like respected me and looked up to me for something. And it's not because I was into these things. It's not because I'm the coolest guy, you know, at the party. It's because of my walk with God, and they see that. They look at me now and they see that I'm running for God, you know. I went through the drugs, I went through the partying, I went through the depression, I went through cutting myself. There's nothing that fulfills like Jesus does.